y'all get in here. You feel me? Back again. Back again, you feel me? Yes, sir. Back again. This Carissa Shields fight that's coming up, I think is definitely gonna be one of the ones. You know what I'm saying? July 26th. You know what I'm saying? At Little Caesars Arena. I think it's gonna be definitely one of them fights to remember. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at some of her highlights, and you know what I mean? I ain't seen nobody boxing like this since Layla Ali. You know, it hasn't really been that. It hasn't been too many female art. I was about to say female artists, female boxers that's been getting as much recognition as Carissa Shields. I think she's definitely one of them ones. She definitely got the belts to prove it. Like, she's definitely she's been going up like for a minute now. She's been going up. I think this is gonna be a great fight. You know what I mean? I think she's gonna lay a homegirl down though. Honestly. I think she's definitely gonna lay her down. Without a shadow of a doubt. I think she is. Like, I really think she's gonna go I think she's gonna go all in. You know what I mean? I think she is. I really do. I think Carissa Shields definitely at this point got what it takes. You know what I mean? It's no telling how long it's been a boxing event in the city, in Detroit. You know what I mean? And that's gonna be a big event. You know, she represent Flint, so that's a good look for them. You know what I mean? Flint, Michigan from Detroit is probably like an hour and a half away, something like that. But I think it's gonna be a good ass fight. Carissa Shields, she's going, man, I can't wait. I'm definitely gonna be in attendance for that. Hands down, I'm definitely gonna tune in for that. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a good fight. She even got Rick Ross bringing her out. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up? What's going on? She even got Rick Ross bringing her out in the fight. You know what I mean? Now, some people say, oh, she could have got Rio, the young OG, but, you know, Rio don't have those type of songs just yet. You know what I mean? She's going for a certain look. And she's going, I really believe that she's going to win. Like I said, she got the belts. She definitely got she got the likeness already. Yo, what up, what's up? She got the likeness already. She's definitely gonna, I really feel like she's gonna win this fight. You know, come July 26th. I was just watching some of her highlights, and I'm talking about cold with it, vicious. Like, it's she's definitely one of the ones to be reckoned with. Hands down, like, she's going in. She's definitely going in. What started with? But yeah, she's definitely about to go in. She's definitely, and you know what? The thing about it, I see why Papoose got with her. You know what I mean? It's like Remy Ma is like, you know, she's kind of was somebody like, you know, kind of like a has-been, but not so much as a has-been, but somebody that, you know what I mean, that's really not in the forefront as much as she was a couple of years back. So I could see why Papoose got with somebody like Carissa Shields. I do. And I think this fight it's gonna be something different. Like, man, I just think I think it's gonna, I think she gonna go all in. Honestly, in July 26th, it's going down. Like, it's going down. I can't wait. I think it's gonna be a lot of. I think it's gonna be a lot of people attending. And like, dead ass serious. I think it's gonna be a lot of people. You know what I mean? I was just looking at her highlights, like, God damn. You know what I mean? Like, crazy highlights. Crazy. Knocking shit down. I'm him. Like, she got what it takes. You heard? Like, she definitely already got what it takes. Like, I think she's gonna win though. This fight that's coming up, July 26th, I think she gonna win this with by a landslide. She already got like 6 belts. She already got like 6 belts. Not yet. Not yet. Make sure y'all like you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You feel me? Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel. Tay Luciano Media. You did? But I think we haven't seen, I think I haven't seen nobody like this since like, since, shit, since, I would have to say I haven't seen nobody like this since Layla Ali. Like, look at that. Like, going in. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Definitely hit that like button. I think the fight that's coming up though, I think this is gonna be the one that really put her all the way there on some next level, like Muhammad Ali type shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel that. Like, I think this was gonna get her to the next level. The fight that's coming up July 26th in Detroit at Little Caesars Arena. I think that's gonna be the one. I mean, she already got good fights now, but and I don't know when this fight was, but oh, this was in Flint. This was in Flint. See, I didn't even know that. Like, but she always been a, you know what I'm saying, a hell of a fighter. How y'all feel? Y'all think that she possibly could be the next Layla Ali? You know what I'm saying? Because there haven't really been no dominant. I say it haven't been no dominant female boxer since Layla Ali. Like, Layla Ali was like, you know what I mean? She was definitely one of the ones. Like, if you know, you know. Like, she was, you know what I'm saying? So I don't really think there's been that many dominant female boxers since then. You know what I'm talking? So I think I think this one she gonna go up though. I definitely think, you know what I'm saying? Like, She, you know what I mean? I definitely think she's about to be. She's definitely going. 5 years ago, and she been boxing for years. That's the thing, like, and she just really, just now, she's just now getting the recognition. You know what I'm saying? She been grinding for a long time. She been boxing for a while, but she's just now finally getting the recognition. Like this one is 5 years ago. I think the one I was just looking at well, that was 4 months ago. Well, at least when it was posted, but probably about like 4 months ago. Um, and yeah, I think she's gonna give um, a homegirl a run for her money. You know what I'm saying? Like,
To throw down. This contest is your.
you know what I'm saying? I think she's definitely one of the ones.
Some big bombs being thrown by Shields. Wow, game was right there for them.
Mm. It's fun that she holds a lot of belts at this point in time though. She got a lot of different type of belts. Damn, my finger fucked up. She got a lot of she got a lot of different belts though. You know what I mean? And this fight right here is from what, 5 years ago. 5 years ago, you know what I'm saying? Got a good 9.8 million views on it, you know? So she's definitely been putting in the work, you know what I'm saying? The crazy part about it, like when I first got up on her, you know, I didn't even know she was from Flint, you know what I mean? Because you got to think around this point in time, you know, Floyd was still smashing shit, you know what I mean? So Floyd was still in the game going crazy. You know what I mean? So, and this is from September 9th, 2019. So, you know, and even looking at this fight, you can see where you can see where she has improved at. You know what I mean? You see it. Like she has really her whole game and her whole like her everything that got better. Everything. Everything has gotten better with her. Like, and apparently so. She got like 6 belts. You know what I mean? So she been knocking shit out. Man, I'm going over just talking about Carissa Shields. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like she a dope female boxer. I haven't really been no good. I ain't gonna say it hasn't been, but you know, far as like the likeness, you know, everything that comes with it, it haven't really been one like that. I feel like since like Layla Ali, it's been years. But Carissa Shields been fighting for a while. She's been fighting for years now. You know what I'm saying? But she's just now getting that recognition. You know what I mean? It takes years and time and you know several fights for you to really get out there. That's the only sport. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. She been smacking shit for a minute. You know what I'm saying? But me, I was kind of late of getting up on her. You know what I mean? And I think, I think about her getting with Papoose and Papoose going through what he was going through with Remy Ma. That put you know that put the light on her even more. You know what I'm saying? And she got a fight coming up here in Detroit, July 26th. Yeah, it haven't been. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So I know the hell. I know that's. I definitely know what I'm talking about. It hasn't. It hasn't been no dominant female since. Ain't. It hasn't been no dominant female really super dominant, super talented. And like I said, this is from 5 years ago, September 9th, 2019, since Layla Ali. Even with this, you look at you look at her more recent fights, she smashed, she knocking out shit. Yeah, I'm from Detroit. Hell yeah. Yeah. I'm from Detroit, bro. Yeah, all day. Born and raised. But she it hasn't been no fight like this. I mean, I said fight like this. It hasn't been a fighter like this since really a good while. And you know, by it being boxing, you know, a lot of people don't really pay attention too much to female boxers because it's such a male driven dominant sport. So when a female comes along, look at Tommy Hearns. You know what I'm saying? Like another Detroiter. You know what I'm saying? Even though Carissa Shields not from Detroit, but it hasn't been no fighter like this in a long time. But I think this fight that she got July 26th, and due to the fact, and I think she done has other fights in the city, but the fact that she got the recognition right now, and uh, they didn't have pools, and all of that going to go into play. You understand? So. Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, for sure, man. I appreciate that. You been rocking out with me, bro. Like real shit. I fucks with you, man. Like, you know, hell yeah, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Make, shit, we gonna have to put an interview or something together, man. You know what I mean? What's your whole deal with cause I know a while back I was chopping it up with you about poetic Flakko fat ass. But what's your dealings with him? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, what's going on with you and Flakko? Explosive. But yeah, I can't wait to this fight. I can't wait. And her tickets right now is not that much. You know what I'm saying? Her tickets right now really, her tickets is not that much, honestly. Uh, you know what I mean? You know how people play, you know, it be a lot of people getting shit at the last minute, so, but it's definitely something I'm gonna go attend. And you know, you don't a lot of boxing matches, you know, tend to be Los Angeles, New York, Vegas and stuff like that. So see her coming up like this, and she been boxing for years, and having another um, uh, fight here in Detroit, I think that's gonna be dope as hell. And Rick Ross is bringing her out, so a lot of the Detroit artists I know gonna be there. There's probably gonna be a lot of other stars and celebrities gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? She been on Breakfast Club. It's a lot of people that rock with her. You know, so I think it's gonna be all in all a good show, a good fight, most definitely. With Flacco. Oh, okay. Hell yeah, man. You know, Detroit is kind of on the rise again, far as you know, just with music and stuff like that. Um, and with sports, you know, with Detroit Lions, we came very close to you know, going to the Super Bowl. Um, Detroit Tigers is doing pretty good right now. You know what I'm saying? Then we got the Red Wings. But far as sports, entertainment, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, we on the come up. You know what? It's funny that you said that, Ice Lord. It's funny that you said that because somebody was just saying that the other day. So I was just talking to somebody and they was just saying the same exact thing. Like, but I think we are too. I think we are too. You know, for the most part, the team is healthy. Um, you know what I'm saying? We've been fighting hard for the last couple of seasons. You know, honestly, if we would have stayed more healthier last season, this past season, I think we would have went all the way. You know what I'm saying? On the last couple of games, you know, got a little tight for us, but And that was due to the fact that we didn't have all our, star players. But I think this one is it's going down.
Shields there over the top. I agree with you.
Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like we even came real close. You know what I mean? I can't wait for that. The season to start. And through over the years, shit, I've been more of um a Lions fan more than anything. You know what I'm saying? Just from them really playing good football. You know what I'm saying? I've been more of a football fan. I done gained more of a love for and a little bit more respect for football than when I was, younger and shit. When I was younger, I was more just NBA, basketball. And I always knew the top dogs in the NFL from, the Donovan McNabbs to I can remember when Kurt Warner and Marshall Falk, when they were still St. Louis Rams. That was like right before the Brady era, how they was winning championships back to back. Um, Terrell Owens, oh man, Warren Sapp. You know what I'm saying? So I was always into football, but I was such, NBA driven. You know what I'm saying? But from Deion Sanders to uh uh Deion, I mean it's so many, man. Deion Sanders, John Elway, all the greats that ever came. You know what I mean? But I think this season we gonna go all the way. You know what I'm saying? We was very very close. We was super close getting there. I wish I still live out there. Where you from, bro? You from Detroit? The Pistons always had it. Where you from, Ice Lord? You from Detroit? Damn, for real? You say you used to live on 7 Mile? Damn, straight up. 7 Mile and what? Like west or east? I would have never thought that. East? Oh, damn, that's what's up. That's what's up, dog. Yeah, I would have never thought that. That's what's up, though. Hell yeah. But the city getting better downtown. Um, you know what I'm saying? They building up a lot of shit. They've been doing a lot of construction on the roads. Um, it's a lot of new apartment buildings they putting up down there. Of course, it's a little, you know what I mean, a little expensive, but it's coming up. It's coming along, definitely for sure. Yeah, I only live out there for about a year. I seen downtown look real nice now. Yeah, it is. It's coming up, man. It's coming up. But Detroit, even back, I mean, way back in the day, was one of them cities. Like if you go look at the history and watch certain clips and videos or see certain pictures, on social media, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, Detroit was always one of them cities. It's just that when things start going left, I mean, you know, in the world and other places as well, we never really rebuilt. Um, that's why you see the city where it's at now, because when the riots hit, then the drugs and all of that, all while the other cities, all the other major cities was getting rebuilt, as far as New York and LA and Chicago, we never really had the chance to rebuild. So, you know, it's like we finally getting to that point. You know what I mean? So I definitely can't wait. They're already hooking downtown up, so I can't wait until they start tapping in with the inner city. That's gonna be, I think that's gonna be something dope to look at. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be something dope to see. Yeah, I was there when what happened. Oh wait, oh damn, Detroit was winning in the '60s and such. King Cairo. Yeah, yeah. Well, Kwame Kilpatrick did too, though, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like Kwame, I'm quite sure you know that. You know what I'm saying? Like Kwami was one of the ones that played a part in a lot of shit too. You know what I mean? Taking a lot of look at her, man. Come on. But Kwame took a lot of money from the city, wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? So compassion was my pastime, but yeah, well, no, Kwame was, you know, when he was the mayor, you know, of course that was probably like 10 years plus back, but when he was the mayor, he was just doing a lot of crazy shit with the money going on private jets and you know, I mean getting private jets and going on shopping sprees to New York. Oh man, it got crazy. Um, and then he had a whole team in play that was working with him. You know what I'm saying? I forgot his one homeboy name that was with him. Bobby, I forgot his name, but you know they was messing up the water. I remember at a point in time, like the parks and the fields wasn't even getting cut. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. I can remember that vividly. Like I can remember it went from like, and I used to live down the street from a park, and I remember they used to cut that park faithfully. And you know the city pays for all of that, but when he was going through that whole situation, he was on trial and everything, and they was trying to figure everything out. A lot of shit was even the simplest things like that wasn't even getting cut, like fields and parks and stuff like that. Have a problem with doing too much with money. Yeah, yeah. The water in Detroit was almost as bad as. Yeah, I could believe that. I could believe that, and I was still here. I was hearing. I don't really know how true it is, but somebody was just telling me that the water in Flint, it's, I don't think it's as bad as it was, or how you know how it once was a couple of years ago. But somebody was telling me like they water is still contaminated. You know what I'm saying? I was definitely hearing that. Yeah, yeah. Somebody was telling me that their water was still fucked up. Make sure y'all tap that like button. You did definitely tap that like button. Man, shit, I might shit make you a moderator. Ice Lord, you been really rocking with me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Through the shorts and everything. I just gotta start going back live. I gotta learn how to. I gotta figure out some shit. But I'm about to start at least going live, at least more. You feel me? At least depending on how my schedule looking, cause it's be a lot of other stuff going on. You know, real life shit. But at least hit y'all with a live. At least once a week or maybe twice a week. Shit, really, and then from that point, really start maybe hopefully start going live like every day or at least like every night. You know what I'm saying? Because I work and shit too, but you know what I mean? It be so much. Sometimes it don't really be, you know what I'm saying, much. But for the most part, it be a lot of stuff going on. So it's always gonna be topics, far as if it's, you know what I mean, all the stuff I'm into, music, sports, politics, shit like that. So yeah, man, I appreciate you a lot, bro. Up in my country, you yeah, man, yeah, yeah. 100 subs, so I'm saying you get 1K and pass me. Man, I really appreciate you, bro. Like I really do. Nah, straight up. Yeah, and you know what? I was just telling some people that I was talking to the other day, like, man, um I had like 100 subs. I probably at one point I had 100, and then like it went from 100 to 140, but I was stuck at that 140 for so long. I had like literally like 140 probably like almost 3 months ago, and I just got in the habit of start dropping shorts. You know what I'm saying? I got the double XL app. You know, um, you know, that's the same people that had the Double XL magazine. You know, everything is digital now, but and then I be tapping in with Hip Hop DX. You know what I'm saying? So anything I see, and it's not every single thing that I see on there I make a video out of. It just be the stuff I be feeling like is worth dropping a reel to. You know, so it's just really all depends. Especially if it's something like super viral, I'ma definitely go in. You know what I'm saying, and just get my little spin to it. That's really all, for the most part. You feel me? Yeah, man. And you know what? Somebody else was just telling me that. Somebody else was just telling me that my dog IQ Shaheed. Make sure y'all go tap in with him. You know what I'm saying? IQ Shaheed definitely got a dope YouTube page. Been rocking out with him. You know what I'm saying, for a minute now. That's my dog for real, for real. Was just chopping it up with him last night. Um, but he was telling me the same thing, bro. He was just like, yeah, man. Yeah, 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 yeah. And you know what? He's somebody that started out from the ground up too. You know what I'm saying? Of course, he been doing YouTube for about like 4 years now. But we was just chopping it up last night, and he was like, man, in so many words, he was basically telling me like, dog, I ain't never seen nobody page grow that fast, that quick. You know what I'm saying? So, um, it's just really kind of like a blessing in disguise, because I was stagnated for a minute. I'm not going to lie to you. You know what I'm saying? Because I was still trying to figure stuff out. That's the thing about it. Like, but I just started giving, putting more energy into the, you know what I'm saying, into the reels, you know what I mean, and start just going in, you know what I'm saying, and all I'll do is just see some. I might not even fully read it. I might just skim through it, look at the headline, and be like, all right, fuck it, I'm about to drop a reel, or I'm about to go in, you know what I'm saying, and that's really all you know what I'm saying, but I really want to start doing interviews too. You know what I mean? Because I feel like it's not a whole lot of people in this space that really do dope interviews. And if they are, is they're the bigger they're more the bigger content creators, the Joe Buttons, the $1 million worth of game, the bootleg Kev. I think, like I was saying earlier in my last video, I think bootleg Kev is definitely one of the ones that do some dope ass hip hop interviews. You know what I mean? I really feel like that. Like he do real good interviews. If it was between him and No Jumper, I'll be all in. Yeah. Yeah, man, you got to. When you interviewing anybody or you just speaking to anybody, you gotta, especially when you interviewing people, you gotta let them talk. You know what I'm saying? I kind of see where, like, Vlad, like, for example, like Vlad, and even with um, Adam22 lame ass, I mean, he have his moments where he'll let somebody talk, but especially like Vlad, he'll be down there talking over you. That's in my eyes, if you interviewing somebody, that's really not a person that gives good interviews. You gotta let that person talk because you're interviewing them. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's why I say bootleg Kev is probably, like, for me, and he keep it strictly music, strictly hip hop. You know what I'm saying? He let people talk and get off what they're trying to get off, versus somebody like Adam22 that just, you know what I'm saying, just just not Adam, but versus somebody like Vlad. I done seen a lot of interviews. He'll be talking right over you. You know what I'm saying? And and I know he got a few other people that he let people do interviews, and they do the same shit. They'll talk over, they they do the same thing he do pretty much. So I don't think that's somebody that gives good interviews because a good interviewer gonna let you just talk. You know what I'm saying? Like even Art of Dialogue. Our Art of Dialogue been doing interviews, even though it's kind of his platform is based around like the whole bad boy death row Diddy type of situation. But one thing about it, he let whoever he interviewed, he let them talk and get whatever they trying to get off their chest. So that's always a good thing. Yeah, exactly. You said Sharp? Yeah, man. See, that's how I know you really be tapped in, bro. Yeah, Sharp do. And I gotta tap in. You know what? I gotta tap in more with Sharp interviews. Uh, you know what I'm saying? I gotta one of these days. I'm gonna really catch up on him because I fuck with Sharp. I think he's a pretty dope personality on the on this in this YouTube space. Yeah, and I done seen little clips of his interviews, especially his latest ones. You know what I mean? And it's just funny how soon he switched or was trying to go take it in another direction. That's when it got sticky for him at that platform. You know what I'm saying? At you know what I mean? So you can see where you could pretty much see where you know how Adam run his shit. You see what I'm saying? Like Sharp, you could I seen where Sharp was getting to a point where he was trying to switch off and do different stuff and just be a regular personality and give some dope interviews. And once went from tripping out, yelling at the females, and then it went from that, and then he tried to, he started calming down and trying to go in another direction. It was a problem. So you see where he likes, Adam No Jumper likes a bunch of controversy. Yeah, hell yeah, he way better off, bro. Most definitely, yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. And he see it now, and he probably like to it for him. It's probably to the point where it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's probably to the point where it's like, shit. I know he was thinking like, damn, if I would have just been on my shit, this because I think about it. He got over now on his own channel over 100,000. Got a YouTube plaque and everything, right? Just imagine if he was more even back then, even 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago, if he was more on his platform, he would have probably been way further by now. I'm quite sure he didn't thought about that too. Like, damn, he probably would have been at, what I mean, he would have been up there. I believe he would at least been well over like 300,000, 400,000, maybe even close to 1 million. You know what I mean? Even if he would have did no jumper, but would have been more 90%, at least 85, 90% more on his own platform, he would have been way further. He probably would have had way more interviews, way more of a likeness and everything. But by him putting, and he even said that, but by him putting so much time in with no jumper, you know what I'm saying? That's, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But you live and you learn. But now he see now though, you know what I'm saying? I think even Adam weird ass was trying to get him back. If I'm not mistaken, I think Adam was trying to get him back. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then that's how you know he try to just do whatever to people. Like, man, come on, bro. Like, you really like play dude out, all type of stuff. And now you trying to get, and at a point in time, he was trying to get him back on the platform. Like, come on, gang. And you even see when he left how how him and Brick Baby how him and Brick Baby friendship or whatever situation changed. It shift. You know what I'm saying? Once he had left from No Jumper, you seen how the whole shit shift with him and Brick Baby. No Jumper, he was. Mm. Well, yeah, man. He probably seen how he probably been seeing how Adam was, but like he said, he was getting so much money, and I believe he was. I truly believe he was one of the ones over there really getting paid. Cause when Sharp was really stepped through the door and he was doing all the interviews with the different females and going off on them and yelling, you know what I'm saying? People like that. People like controversy. Always remember that. So by people liking controversy and cloud and this and that, of course the views and the views and you know everybody gonna be hitting the like button and all this and that. So just imagine how much money in that period of time he probably made Adam. He probably made Adam over millions of dollars. And I truly believe he did because it's funny when AD Terrell and all of them went on and did their own thing, and you see Terrell was back on Fig, and you see AD with Community. They was all out the door. Sharp stayed. Then once they left, then that's when Brick Baby came in, and you know what I'm saying. And I think, oh yeah, that's when Brick and Almighty came in to the play. But Sharp was there when it was all of them, the AD, the Terrell, even, and then you know they had all they homies up there, the Smack, and I think even Heather was up there a few times. I don't know if she was on camera, but you know what I'm saying. So you just seen how he was playing people out. You know what I'm saying, and they was trying to get him to, you know, leave and shit. Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, because people like controversy. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the old saying, sex sells, right? So controversy is just like peanut butter and jelly. They go hand in hand. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They go great together. So with that, hell yeah, man, it's no telling how much Sharp made him. Because if Sharp saying he got a hell of a bag, just imagine how much Adam got. If Sharp was saying, "Damn, I was getting into," because I could pretty much imagine what he was really getting. He was getting a nice amount out of AD and all them. So just imagine what Adam got. You know what I'm saying? That's his company, his platform, his. So I could, man, he probably got such a big bag off that shit. Like I know Sharp made a lot of decent money, but Adam probably, I know his shit was blown out the water, hands down. Like I know his shit was up there. I know it was. You know what I'm saying? Because he had a lot of viral moments for one, for two, each live or each person he was interviewing, he was straight tripping on them. You know what I'm saying? So hell yeah, yeah, hell yeah. If he go broke, hell yeah, much. Exactly. Oh yeah, 40. Yeah, maybe a little bit more, but definitely 40 minimum. I mean, yeah, minimum 40 for sure, for sure. You got to think about, yeah, you're right about that, bro, because you got to think about from the time No Jumper started, and then you know No Jumper had different phases as well. From when Adam was sitting in the little office room and interviewing SoundCloud rappers. Then the production got better, cameras got better. Oh hell yeah, he done made some cheese. Hell yeah, but Adam, his family background is crazy, bro. Like they all like some colonizers. Like dead ass serious. That's why people go in. People that be talking about them go in the way they go in because it's true. Like they Graham Mason. I forgot what video I was looking at one time, and it was on YouTube. Man, his family tree. They came over here on some straight manhandle type shit. Like Strong arming type shit.
Or, I'm a smaller kid and I'm probably feeling more.
That's
But
low ball.
it was a great fight. I don't think
Yeah.
difference was that big, but you have to be
Oh, you
careful
said that was low ball? Yeah.
and
It's probably way more than that, bro.
respect
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
first
I
fight.
would've I
And
wouldn't be surprised if he made like 100 million. Or you know what I'm saying? Especially in today's world, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't, bro. Cause
I think
he was going down, and yeah, even and not even with Sharp though. Even when it was AD and all of them was over there, they had a lot. That was probably their most
excuses.
viral time because you had so many different personalities. You had Sharp, then you had AD, then you had Terrell, then they had all they homies up there that they know. Then everybody was interviewing people, and then everybody that was interviewing people, a lot of those interviews was going viral. Not just the ones with Sharp, but then other ones with the one, even like for example, like the Draco interview when it was AD, Adam, and they was interviewing Draco. That went viral. So it was a lot of viral moments, a lot of viral interviews at that point in time.
Move and like I said, catch me off balance and then land the big shot. After she moved the big shot,
Yeah, that hell no.
you still got it. Make sure you go out there, do
Oh yeah,
something.
he's colonizer. He's definitely that. And like I was saying in my last video that I posted earlier, my last live, he um he comes from a family
But overall, like I said,
that's a bunch of colonizers. Grand Mason, like that name even sound like some colonizer shit. What's up, bro? What's going on? Yeah, that name sound like some colonizer shit. But his background is so crazy. His background, he got a crazy, for real. His family tree. I know a lot of people got a lot of crazy, come from a lot of different backgrounds and family tree and shit. But him, like his family background is straight, like we taking over type shit. We coming and taking land and like for real, dead ass serious. And like I forget his father first name, but yeah. And then it's a lot of allegations that's like just still up under. It's like a lot of dirt up under the rug with him, even still. You know what I'm saying? And but you know what messed me up one day was um I can remember when DW Flame was on No Jumper, and he was saying he didn't know that Adam didn't believe in God and stuff like that. So I'm like, damn, you working for somebody you? I'm like, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. Facts. Salam, my brother. But yeah, yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, they all are some colonizers. I can only imagine the generation before him. I mean, not the generation before him, but before his family. His media. How I can put it? His media family. Even before them, I could just say, oh man, yeah, it's deeper than what some people may know. You know what I mean? But it's just crazy to see that all these dudes still go want to work for them and be on the platform, and you know what I mean. Now at a point in time, No Jumper was that shit, but not so much now. You know what I'm saying?
How to get under her skin. That's what happened.
Joe Lewis.
Shields just finished fighting. She's still heated up. She's probably
Well, right now he only got I know he got a daughter and shit, but
she got the win.
hey, I feel bad for her. Hell yeah, that your father is pretty much the scum of the earth, and then it's like it's only a matter of time, bro. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like he probably pimping on man. You just never know, with somebody like him. You know what I mean? But birds of a feather flock together. That's why you see him and Adam always around each other. You know what I'm saying? Birds of a feather flock together. Adam stay. I mean, Whack 100 is the same exact way. The same exact way. Adam, Whack 100 is the black version of Adam. They basically the same type of person. Bottom line.
I was more impressed with Carissa tonight than I have been in any of the other
Come on,
fights. Of opponent that she
yeah, hell yeah. Like, man, yeah. I can't wait till the day No Jumper is like fully over with, whenever the fuck that happens. But, you know,
is the case. You can't project much off of this because Hannah Gabriel's
hell yeah. I've been saying that for a while now. I've been saying that for a while. Like,
so in that sense,
he's another person that's into paperwork and clicks and views and all of that. Hell yeah. He's a black version of Adam. Definitely. And I think, you know what I'm saying? I think Flakko is trying to change the narrative of his content. I believe so. I believe Flakko is trying to change the narrative of his content. You know, I don't really tap into Flakko shit like that. I do here and there, but I see he's getting to the point where he's just talking more so about music and more stuff around music and what's going on in music, less than what he was, you know, more less than what he was doing months ago when he was talking about, you know, the gang shit and all this and this and that. But you know, when you got somebody like when you got somebody like Adam, you know, and it's you know what I mean? Like, come on. You know what I mean? Of course you're gonna be on that type of time. When you got somebody like Adam, you working for Adam22, you know what I'm saying? Of course you're gonna be, you know what I mean? Because for the longest, he was like the baby version of him too. Flacco was like that too. He was like the female version of Adam22. Straight up. He definitely was. So, damn, I don't know. Carissa Shields at times be looking kind of right. Flacco time coming though. You said I'm proud of where Flacco coming. Yeah, me too. And that's what I'm saying, bro. I I seen that. I seen that. I seen to where he's been, you know what I'm saying, trying to change the narrative, but you know, he was months and months ago, and you know what I mean. It was a while back where Flacco was on some, you know what I'm saying. Flacco was on some bull as well, but I think Flacco start. You know what? You know, honestly, when he started changing he started changing up. He started switching up. Is when that Rico happened with Brick Baby and all them. That's when he started switching off and started trying to be more hip hop and hip hop based and started talking about more hip hop stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think when that Rico happened, that made him fall back and be like, oh shit, let me calm down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly, exactly. And he started falling back, and he started changing his content up. Yep, definitely. You know what I mean? Because, and then you know, it was a lot of people that was trying to get at Flacco at a point in time. Not, I don't want to say get at him, but was feeling some type of way about Flacco because, you know, he was talking about certain things that maybe he shouldn't have been talking about. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, definitely. But I really started to see that once that Rico happened with Brick Baby and Loose Cannon and all of them, he started falling back. He started falling back.
Receiving her new WBO middleweight belt in a ring, recognizing her accomplishment as a team
Yeah, hell yeah. You said ODM Slim was mad. That's a fact. What was he mad about? The whole Rico situation? What was he cause it be so much shit going on. What was he mad about, Ice Lord?
and with us tonight, receiving her new
Mm.
WBO
Yeah.
middleweight belt in a
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm quite sure it's been a few dudes out that way that been probably want to press up on Flacco and stuff like that. But you gotta, the thing about it is, it's like, hey, y'all let him get away with it, with a lot of, well, was letting him get away with a lot of different stuff. So you gotta realize, like, shit, a person is really only gonna do what they're allowed to do, or a person is only gonna do what you allow them to do. So if nobody was really pressing on Flacco like that, as far as certain things he was saying, especially in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? Then it's like it's free game at that point.
receiving her new WBO middleweight belt in a ring, recognizing her
Yeah,
accomplishment as a team
yeah, especially and then the thing about it, especially from and not being from there. That's why I don't understand. Like he's not from LA. He's not even from California. He's you know what I'm saying. So it's like they was letting him get away with a lot. They was getting they was letting him get away with a lot. But the thing is now is like he I'm quite sure he know that, like, damn, let me calm down. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm quite sure it was somebody that wanted to get up on him, press him, you know what I'm saying, rough him up, to say the least, you know what I mean? But the thing about it is like, it probably was somebody that that was probably stopping it. Like, oh man, he good. You know what I'm saying? He just do. I'm quite sure it was like, oh man, he good. He's just doing content. You know what I mean? Blah 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 blah. But yeah, yeah, I know it was. I know it was. I know it was. Somebody like, damn. You know what? Not to change the subject. I forget. She do. Carissa Shields is a different animal. She do MMA too. You know what I'm saying? I forget that. I'm just watching these highlights. You know what I'm saying? She do MMA as well. I forgot all about that. And this fight, eh, you know what I'm saying? You can see, well, from 2021. Like that's why I say she's really a different type of breed of an athlete. Like, damn, she do MMA and box. Like, that's really unheard of. You like you got you she damn, that's crazy. Yeah, that's like you know what I'm saying. But you don't find too many people playing that's into two different fields. Now they definitely, of course, similar, but you know what I mean. This is MMA is totally different from boxing. You know what I'm saying. That's how you know she's a real fighter though. Like she's a real fighter. Um, yeah, but with Flacco, yeah, I even it was even looking at him now, he don't even have that same look in his eyes no more. You know what I'm saying? Like it's totally different from with Flacco now. So, um, yeah, you know what I mean. And I know a lot of people probably done told him like, man, hey, you need to chill out, bro. Like, you get what I'm saying? So I know it's been a lot of people done told him that. A lot of people. A lot of people. But man, make sure y'all Subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Like, share, and subscribe. You know what I mean? I'm definitely going to tap in with y'all tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? At this point, going up at this point, you know what I mean? It's only the only thing from here on out is going up. Period. You know what I mean? Channel is growing. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Man, I'm going to mod you up, bro. You know what I'm saying? But make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'm definitely gonna be dropping more content. Definitely gonna be working. You know what I'm saying? And definitely gonna keep y'all posted with the latest news that you can use. You dig what I'm saying? But make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I'm gonna be back at y'all. Peace.